the latest shenanigans with Donald Trump are, even by his standards, noteworthy. I'm going to play you a little tape of some audio that CNN have managed to exclusively get hold of, and then we will discuss with the sage watcher of all things American, and now, of course, back covering British politics as well on the Newsagents podcast, Jon Sopel will talk us through where we are and what this means.
Let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. Wow. We looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, you know. Mm-hmm. Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time, you know.
she'd send it to Anthony Weiner, the pervert.
Please print.
By the way, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
I was just saying, because we were talking about it, and you know, he said he wanted to attack Iran and what? These are the papers. This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to figure out
declassify. See, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't, you know. But this is classified.
Now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so. Look, here I have. And you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe you.
It's incredible. Right?
No,
hey, bring some Cokes in, please.
Bring some what in?
Cokes.
Just every time you thought it couldn't get any more ridiculous, up he pops. And speaking of these sort of parameters of absurdity, Jon Sopel, you sort of think, well, it can't go beyond the last thing that we thought he couldn't go beyond. And that, as we discussed last time we spoke, it creates this sense of, I don't know quite what the word is, this idea that, well, it washes over us now because there is so much of it, but this is absolutely extraordinary.
Yes, so this is Donald Trump in 2021. He stopped being president. He's helping with someone who is researching a book into his former chief of staff. And so he's taken these people who have got no security clearance, who seem sort of giggly and slightly in awe and slightly fawning towards him. And Donald Trump, you can hear the rustling of papers and him sorting out what he calls highly confidential secret information, and then saying, when I was president, I could have declassified this, but I can't now. Absolutely bang to rights.
Stone cold.
He is handing them, showing them top secret information that is classified, that is about a planned attack on Iran. Now, the problem is, for Donald Trump, is that he's just been indicted for the mishandling of confidential papers. Exhibit A. And if you're in the Department of Justice in Washington and you're bringing this federal prosecution against Donald Trump, you're going to write a thank you letter for giving such absolute gold dust to their prosecution, because this is Donald Trump absolutely openly. And the really fascinating thing about this is I think it's so revealing about Trump the man, in the sense that, you know, was Donald Trump squirreling away secret papers so he could sell them on the dark web, or meet someone on a park bench in Lafayette Park and hand them to a Russian agent? No, he just wants to brag.
Yeah.
Look what I've got. Look what I've show you.
They're
This
like
is
Star Wars figures, aren't they?
Yeah,
for an 8-year-old boy.
Exactly. It's kid stuff.
Because they still can't quite believe he ended up president. And here's all the proof.
And here's all the proof. Look what I've got here that will show you what a big, powerful guy I was. And this is the sort of stuff that used to come across my desk. The idea that you would just casually produce to people you do not know top secret government information, it beggars belief. And that is why the case against him is absolutely solid. And, this can't be laughed off as some kind of witch hunt or, the deep state prosecuting him. Everybody knows that this is serious and that Donald Trump has got real problems here. And this tape just absolutely highlights it. It puts a lovely ribbon and a bow on top of the accusations, because what do you do? How do you say anything other than you're banged to rights?
Here's me on tape. Here is the defendant on tape describing exactly what he is accused of.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all the lawyer has to do.
And
37 federal charges, 31 of them approved essentially by that audio.
Exactly. And last week he went on the TV, did an interview with Brett Baer from Fox News, and said, "Did you keep classified documents?" He said, "Well, there were these documents, and I didn't give them back because I had my golf stuff in with them." Literally, he said, "I had my golf shirts in with them, and so I kind of had to sort that out as well." And so you think, okay, your defence is you retained classified documents that you belong to the government. You didn't have time to sort through because your golf shirts were among them. I mean, it's preposterous.
It is, and you've picked on the bit that's most interesting, the idea of the why of it. The photographs of it all stacked up in his laboratory, and the sheer amount of it. One box you could imagine possibly for memento value, albeit that it would still be a federal felony. But this idea that it was, I don't know, almost like ego insulation. It was almost him being able to not just look through it, but show it to other people to prove how important. I am a very big deal. That's what it's for. I am a very big deal ammunition.
I am a very big deal, but I'm also extremely chaotic, and that's why they're stacked high in a bathroom. And the defence that was given to that by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy, was, look, they were secure. Bathrooms have a lock on them. Bathrooms have a lock on the inside. They don't have a lock on the outside. You don't go out and lock the bathroom door. You go into the bathroom and
lock it from the inside. So they're safe while you're using the facility.
So they're safe while you're having a pee. The rest of the time, forget it.
Oh boy, what happens next? I mean, because we knew this tape existed. It's in the indictment, but obviously CNN have got hold of the actual
so
audio.
this indictment you've got to. They were hoping that the case could start in August. It won't, because the lawyers that are acting for Trump need to get security clearance to read the papers that are under concern. So that's going to delay
6 months ago, they could have just gone to the lavatory at Mar-a-Lago and read the whole lot of them.
But there are other indictments that are coming down the track, possibly over January the 6th. Though Donald Trump's legal woes just continue to pile up, and every time he opens his mouth, he sort of makes it worse.
This is secret information. Look at this. This was done by the military.
And also when he says, it's so cool. It's so cool. Look what I've got. It's so cool.
I don't know if we should laugh for it, but you have to laugh, right? I mean, it is because the word is preposterous.
Yeah, it is preposterous. And it's what we've seen from Donald Trump, and it's why a lot of the crowd love him, because he's total irreverence and total disregard for the norms of behaviour. And why, people who think there needs to be process in kind of running a government and, respect for privacy and top secret documents tear their hair out.
Of course. And no doubt people will be claiming this is a deep fake, or that it's not what it seems.
I don't think anyone can claim that to be a deep
fake.
The fans,
the fans.
Yeah, the fans will, but the fans will believe whatever they want to believe.
Of course they will. They have been doing for quite a while. Jon Sopel, many thanks indeed.